everyone. Today I'm going to show you how to use the basics of Roblox Studio. What we're going to start with is we're going to go to Create up here on the top. And then over here you can see all these things. You probably won't have those yet, but that doesn't matter. We're going to create new game. And then we're going to go to Base Plate. And then we're going to create game. Oh, no, it's over here. That's the thing we created. And then we're going to click on edit and it's going to open Roblox Studio. If you don't have it installed yet, it'll ask you to install. It's pretty easy and straightforward to do that. Okay, so this is your base plate. This is just where you can create stuff. First of all, this is optional. I'm going to set my theme to dark mode by going to settings. Then in Studio you can scroll down and here's theme. Now it's on light, but I'm going to put it on dark. Pretty easy. So what we're going to start off with is we're going to go to view and we're going to open properties and explore. So explorer is where you can see everything that's in your game. And properties is just the properties of the things that you have selected. I'll show you a little bit more about that later. Then we're going to go back home and we're going to get a basic part. And we can select it. As you can see all the properties over here. If you want to move in Roblox Studio, you can use A, W, S, and D. So A goes left, D right. Basically pretty straightforward. E goes up, Q goes down, and you can hold your right mouse button to drag around and move like that as well. Now we have this selected, and then we can do. Okay, so we have this selected now, and you can copy and paste it by doing Control V. By doing Control C and Control V, and it's going to copy it on top of the part that you had selected, and then you can move it around with the mouse button. You can also click it and do Control D, and then it's going to duplicate it, which means it's going to be exactly in the same place. So then you can go here to move, and you can move it away. You can also, where is it? Oh yeah, right over here. You can see this. It's now on 0.2 studs. You can put it on 1, which is going to change how much it moves. You can also put it on, let's say 10, and you can move it in increments of 10. Then you also have the scale option, which makes you change the dimension, and now it changes in increments of 10 again, and you can change it to 1, and it goes in smaller increments. Then you have rotate, which basically works in the same way, but to change the increments, you need to change the number in the rotate part over there. Woo! You can rotate it like that. Woo! Then, what do we have next? Part collisions. Okay, so when you have a part selected, currently collisions are off. So when you move it, it goes right through the other part. But when you have collisions on, it can't. Pretty easy. Then, what are we gonna do? We're gonna selection. Okay, so we have part here and we have part here. Okay, so now we're gonna select this part and copy and paste it a couple times. And then you can either drag your mouse to select all of them, or you can click Shift and then select only the ones that you want to select, and then you can delete the ones you don't want. So it looks like that. Amazing. Then what we're gonna do is we can select them and we can do Control G, and now they're one group. So in here you can see it's a model with these parts in it. And you can also, what else could you do? You can select them and then do Control U to ungroup them. So now they're not one group anymore. Now what we can do is we can select a part, and over here on the left you have the properties of this part. But for this one part you can change the color if you want one of the standard colors or one of the more advanced colors over here. And now it's a nice green color. You can change the reflectance, which goes from 0 to 1. So if you put it on 1, it's completely reflectant, and on 0, it's not. And with transparency, it basically works the same, 0 to 1, and it is transparent or it isn't. Then also you have anchored over here. So right now it's not anchored, so in the world it's basically just a loose part. So if you walk up to it, it moves. So if you anchor it, it's stuck to the world at the place where it's placed, basically. This is the end of the tutorial. Thank you for watching. See you next time.